Hey guys, welcome to Achromatopsia and the saga that is my life. I have a busy day today, so I've been wanting to make a video for a few weeks now, and I always do my best thinking in the shower, so I figured I'd have you guys with me while I brush my hair. Don't mind my son, his room is right next to the restroom, so he's playing a PlayStation, so he's going off. But anyway, today's topic, I wanted to talk about what people think when you say you're legally blind, or you let them know that you have an eye condition or partially sighted, or whatever term you use to let people know that you're different, you see differently than them, and how people react to it. So hold on, let me take my towel off real quick. Okay. Sorry. So my thing lately that's been getting me to think about this is, as most of you know, I started my TikTok videos about my new enclosed mobility scooter that I just got about 3 months ago. And it's been really popular, and a lot of people like it, they're interested in it. But it's amazing to me because it's like, I guess, my little loophole. Since I'm legally blind, I can't get a driver's license or drive a real car. This mobility scooter looks like a little car, but it's not a little car. And for me anyway, it's like the closest thing to a real car I'll ever come to. I know some of us with achromatopsia can drive, and some of us see better than others, so some of us can get a special license. But in my case, I understand my vision and I don't trust it. To be able to drive on the road with other cars, I don't feel safe for myself or for the public safety. So I don't drive. So anyway, I use this mobility scooter to help me run my errands, take my kids to school, and just, live a normal life. We all got things to do, places to go. So this mobility scooter is my transportation. So anyway, a lot of people in person have been super nice and curious and interested in my mobility scooter, which is what I want. I want to let people know about this because I feel like there's a lot of us out there that don't know that there's things out there for us that can help us. Like in my case, I used to ride a bicycle with a little bike trailer, and that's how I used to pull my kid around town and take him to school and run my errands. And to be honest, it was a lot. It took a toll on my body, and thanks to that, I hate bicycles now. But it was just a pain. So when I got my first mobility scooter, which my mother-in-law bought for me because there's no way I could afford one, it literally changed my life. It made everything so much easier. It's like a motorcycle. You just move the throttle, and that's all you got to do. So it made everything so much easier and simpler for me. The only thing is, these mobility scooters, well, the first one that I have, it's not really meant for outdoor use. You're technically supposed to store it inside, but I don't have a garage. I don't have somewhere like that to store it, and it was too big to take inside because I'm not sure if you guys have seen it. It's like a 2-seater long mobility scooter. So it's really, I think it's like a little over 6 feet long. So it's pretty long. You could fit it into like a doorway, but it's not practical to keep in your living room, for example. It's too big. So anyway, I had it for almost 5 years now, and it's been amazing. But I needed something that was more like weatherproof, something that's for bad weather, because here in Texas the weather is super bipolar. Either it's too hot, too cold, raining, snowing, hailing, windstorms, dust storms. It's ridiculous. I'm born and raised in LA, so I've been living here for what, 17 years, and I'm still not used to it. But anyway, it's besides the point. I got this new mobility scooter that's enclosed, and it's amazing for me. It's helped me so much. Now I don't have to worry about the weather. I can take my kid to school in the mornings and not freeze and not feel guilty that, well, I have to suffer because this is my vision. This is what I was dealt with. This is my life. I'm used to it. But I always felt guilty that it's not fair that I have to put my kids through suffering through what I have to because of my vision. You know what I mean? I'm the parent. I'm supposed to be taking care of them. So anyway, this new mobility scooter is life-changing for me. It brings me comfort, my kids comfort, my family comfort, and it's just amazing. But anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. So now that I'm on social media and I'm choosing to share about my mobility scooter, and I'm not embarrassed or ashamed to say that I'm legally blind, partially sighted, and I'm not embarrassed to say, yeah, I have achromatopsia, because I do. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not embarrassed of it. I don't feel bad about it because this is all I know. This is what I was born with. So, I mean, to me, it's honestly not a big deal. Yes, it does change things and it makes things a little bit more complicated sometimes. Like, I can't do everything just like everybody else, but I can figure it out. I do things my own way and on my own time. So, a lot of people on the internet are going crazy because, one, they don't think it's right that my mobility scooter can be driven on the sidewalk. Two, they really don't understand why am I driving because I say I'm legally blind. So that was one of the main things I wanted to talk about today is when you let people know that you are legally blind, it's like the legally part in through one ear, out the other. That doesn't mean anything to them. All they hear is blind. And that's the frustrating part for me is I have to keep explaining like over and over and over that while I am legally blind does not mean totally blind. And like I literally have people get into arguments with me because it's like I can't win. It's either because I look normal, I'm lying. There's no way I'm legally blind because I can clothe myself, I can dress myself, I can drive a mobility scooter, I have a life. There's no way I must be lying. Or two, I'm completely blind. What am I doing? Who do I think I am? Being out on the road, or excuse me, sidewalk or bike lane, driving a mobility scooter if I'm blind. I am a nuisance to the public, to myself. What's wrong with me taking my kids around? Like, just, it's like ridiculous. But a few days ago, I saw a comment from somebody that posted on my page that that's why they choose not to tell anybody that they're legally blind or that they have a chromatopsia because people react badly to it. And it was rattling around in my brain, and I just kept thinking to myself, because I am very open about my condition. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm proud of it, but I accept it. It's part of me, and I like me. I'm happy with me. So to me, it's like I said, it's not something that I'm ashamed of or anything, but I just felt real bad because I would say like in middle school, I felt like that. I did somewhat feel ashamed of my vision, and this is the truth for a lot of us. A lot of people wouldn't even know anything's different about us or wrong with us because we live life pretty normal. We do stuff just like everybody else does, and nobody knows. So I felt like I had to hide the fact that I had this eye condition, or especially in middle school when girls start talking about makeup and matching clothes and all that. I would just always stay silent because I felt like that was a part of me that I was embarrassed about and I couldn't share with people. And I mean, I feel really silly about it now, but when you're young, you're naive, and you just don't know any better. But I feel like as soon as I hit high school, I feel like I became more mature. I came more into myself, and I was fine with, how I am and who I am. So if I needed help, which a lot of the times I did, especially when it comes to school, I asked for it. When I needed to wear my sunglasses inside, I'd wear them. When I needed enlarged print, enlarged books, I would ask for those things. And I felt so silly about struggling for so long, for so many years, because I was embarrassed to ask for help. And I suffered from it. I got held back a grade, which I'm very embarrassed about because of me, because I chose not to ask for help and I got behind. So not asking for the things that you need doesn't get you anywhere. So like I said, once I hit high school, I just was like, no, if I need this, I'm going to ask for it. I'm entitled to it. I can get this. I'm lucky that I'm in the position to be able to have like an aid or go to a class where they can help me, better understand something or see something. It just, this is my life. This is my reality. So why not accept it? So that's what I did. But I feel like, I think there's a lot of us out there that haven't gotten there or haven't gotten there yet, or just private about that. And that's okay. That's totally fine. You don't need to share everything about yourself with the whole world, because God knows, people just love to judge about everything. And that's what I'm dealing with now. So like I said, in person, people are fine. They're just like amazed or like still kind of don't believe me that I'm different. But on the internet, people are so judgy. Like they're crazy, saying that I'm irresponsible, that I'm putting the public's life at risk. I'm putting my kids' life at risk. And it's like, I'm 35 years old. I have been driving not a car, but like a bicycle or a mobility scooter for over 20 plus years. And I've never gotten into an accident. I have never gotten a close call. I have never hurt myself or hurt anyone or anything. And a lot of that has to do with me. I'm overly cautious, and I'm fine with that. I drive slow, which I'm fine with either. I depend a lot of the hearing because my hearing is really, really good. So a lot of times I can hear a car quicker than I can see it. So that helps me a lot. When I'm driving, I can't have any distractions. I can't be on the phone. I can't be listening to music. I need to be focused on what I'm doing, and obviously that's worked out very well for me. So I get that people don't understand that, and I don't know anyone an explanation or anything, but my point about making my videos, whether it's about my mobility scooter or my vision, is to educate people. Because there's a lot of people that don't know. They They honest to God don't know that there is a middle. Like they think you're either blind or you're not. Like there's no middle. And there is a huge middle. Like there is a huge spectrum of vision, and like normal sighted people don't get that, and it's frustrating, especially when they're judging you and calling you a bad mom and stuff. Like, at the end of the day, I don't care. I really don't. Obviously I have built up a thick skin, but every now and then someone does trigger me, and you know what? Yeah, I am not necessarily gonna argue, but my thing is, I don't like to get vulgar with people. I don't like to put people down. But this is my little guilty pleasure. I like to make people feel stupid about something that they said. So I like to make them feel dumb in an educated way and just use facts. And usually that does a trick. So a lot of people are like, don't even waste your time. Don't even respond to these people. But you know what? That's the problem. People are used to going around picking on people or bullying people, and then they get away with it because no one says anything. And if it takes a short, little emotional blind girl to put them in their place, I'll take it. I'll do that. And a lot of people are like messaging me like, oh, you're so strong, or oh, you're so brave for, sharing your story, sharing your life. And it's funny because I don't see myself that way. I just see myself as a normal everyday person that just so happens to have like a voice now. And I'm choosing to share it and teach people something. Yeah, like even my own family, they forget that I'm different. They forget that, I'm legally blind. And I guess that's a good thing because I am normal, that they forget there's anything wrong with me. But anyway, I wanted to, I guess, use this as a venting video and see if anyone else struggles with something like this, because like I said, I know there's a lot of you out there that don't feel comfortable sharing your vision with other people or letting anyone know because you're scared that they're going to judge you. And like I said, that's okay. You don't owe anybody anything. So if you want to keep that part about yourself private, that's all good. It's fine with me. I'm just saying, like, I kind of feel bad. Like, it shouldn't have to be that way. Like, people that need reading glasses or people that need hearing aids, they don't, well, at least I don't think they feel ashamed or embarrassed about it because that's their reality. But I understand that, achromatopsia is not like a common everyday thing, and a person can go their whole lifetime without even knowing about something like this. So that's that's what gives me the fuel to want to talk about it, because I feel like the more people avoid it, they're never going to know. So the chances are a regular person is never going to run into someone that sees like us. So I feel like it's up to us to, educate people. And again, I said we don't owe anybody anything, but at least in my case, I think I'm handling it pretty well. It's kind of scary and makes me a little sad for the newer generation because people are so rude and inconsiderate. And I honestly think that people need to be more compassionate. People need to please teach your kids manners. Teach your kids to like be sensitive towards people with disabilities, whether they're in a wheelchair or are visually handicapped or are mentally handicapped or just different, because there's nothing wrong with being different. That's what makes us all special. But anyway, just wanted to hopefully see if we can start that conversation. If you guys can comment stories or just how you feel about this, how you feel about letting others know about your vision and how people react to it, whether it's good or bad. I'd love to hear you guys' stories, so feel free to comment them. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my little rant.